Now, let's look for vertical direction. Let's look for vertical direction. Then don't forget that vertical direction is summation Fy. Vertical direction is summation Fy. Then why did I call it summation Fy? Fy is what? Vertical component. Fy is vertical component because this is y-axis. This is y-axis. So you'll be taking each what? Each of the following forces towards the what? Towards the vertical line. Like F2. You are going to take F2 towards the direction of what? Of y-axis. We don't call this y-axis, it's y direction. It is y direction. So you'll be taking what? Each forces towards the what? The y direction. That is the meaning of Fy. So we call this what? Vertical component. Because this is a vertical line. We call this what? A vertical component. So we want to look for the summation of vertical components. Now let's start solving. Then we should not forget that Fx, that is vertical component, is what? Is F sine theta. I've explained that yesterday. I've explained how we arrived at F sine theta yesterday. So our Fy equal to, let me write it somewhere. Fy equal to F sine theta. F sine theta. So Fy is the what? The vertical component. I've explained how we arrive at this F sine theta yesterday. So let's look for the what? The summation of what? Of vertical components. Let's look at the summation of vertical components. Then the first one is this F. This is the first force. So you are going to trace this F1. You are going to trace this F1 towards what? Y direction. You trace this F1 towards Y direction. So this F1 towards this Y direction. So our Y direction is what? Is positive. Our Y direction is positive. It shows that our first force is what? Is positive. That will be F1 sine theta 1. Sine theta 1. So F1 sine theta 1 is what? Is positive. That is F1 towards Y direction is what? Is positive. Then let's take F2. Let's look at F2. This is F2. This F2, we are going to take it towards Y direction. We are looking for Fy. Fy. You take F towards what? Y direction. So we are going to take F2 towards Y direction. So towards this Y direction is what? Is positive. So that will be plus. So that is why we are having this plus. So this plus signifies the direction. It signifies the direction of the force. So that is F plus F2 sine theta 2. F2 sine theta 2. So let's move to F3. F3. So we are going to trace this F3 towards the direction of Y. Towards Y direction. Don't forget that we are looking for what? Fy. We are looking for Fy. So you are going to take F3 towards what? Y direction. Towards this Y direction is what? Is positive. Y is positive. So that will be plus. So the sign there will be plus what? That will be F3 now. Sine theta 3. F3 sine theta 3. So let's move to F4. Let's move to F4. Now, when we look at this F4 towards what? Y direction. You can see even F4 towards this Y direction is already at the Y direction, which is negative. It's at the Y direction, which is negative. If it is towards X direction, it will be positive. But the F4 is at the Y direction, which is negative. So the sign there will be minus what? Minus F4 sine theta 4. Minus F4 sine theta 4. So let's move to F5. Let's move to F5. So we are going to trace this F5 towards y direction. F5 towards y direction. So towards this y direction is what? Is negative. It is negative. So the sign there will be minus. So it will be minus F what? F5 sine theta 5. F5 sine theta 5.